welcome back to the show. And still wandering around this amusement park. It's kind of funny how I address the show, because you could tell I've watched a lot of Happy Console Gamer in my life. I always liked that Canadian guy. I always liked how he used to say, well, welcome back to the show. You know, I liked his videos on Final Fantasy Online. No, Final Fantasy 11 Online. And I was kind of like, man, I really missed out on that, didn't I? That sounded kind of fun, you know, but I played Ultima Online when I was a kid and stuff, but I was just addressing that. Now let's keep talking about, because this is a very boring coin pusher game. I'm so sorry. This is very boring, and this is hitting my autism, and this is hitting my my autism. It's almost ASMR to me. It's sort of like push the coin, watch the coin get pushed, watch it push against other coins, and you're like, oh, is it going to push one? Is it going to do it? Is it going to do it, man? I see it. It's coming, man. Oh, man. Yeah, I love this. I love this coin pushing, man. It's because it's not really my money. I can then just enjoy the act of coin pushing. And the thing is nuts is you'd think I'm like the top scorer in this. Oh no, there's people that go way, way higher. They must have just kept playing and playing and playing and playing and playing and playing and playing. Playing for like days on end or something. That's impressive, you know? But no, I missed out on Final Fantasy 11. That was back in the 2000s when I was sort of in this in-between of everything, you know, where like, I was working full-time and working mandatory overtime, and the only games I was playing like on the PlayStation 2 was like arcade retro arcade collections that would come out. And there was a lot of them, man. Like there was Atari collection, there was Street Fighter, there was a Capcom. Every company pretty much had their own collection, you know. So that was all I was doing back then. I mean, and there was a lot of people, a lot of streamers I saw that they kind of admit that they were in that kind of stump too at one point in their life where they just didn't have time to enjoy things, you know. And let's see, I just won a crayon, and that's okay. The crayon's back there. You know, they're kind of like, well, you know, I'm gonna have to go back there, and I'm sorry. More coin pushing. It makes my brain happy. It's ASMR. It's like happy days. Feels good. It just feels good. It just feels right. Let's see. Oh no! You would expect when it pushed that toy there that would have pushed more coins forward. That's a little discerning there, you know. Concerning. So yeah, so Final Fantasy, you know, I really missed out on that game, but you know, let's see. You had to get the hard drive for that. That was because the modern consoles at the time couldn't handle it needed a little extra oomph to run them, and you needed an internet connection. And I didn't have like a wired connection in the area of the house that had the video game systems. Like where the modem was, it was in a separate room. So I would have had to put a TV near that, and it wouldn't have worked out. It was years later. I mean, I actually got like a 50-foot cable, and finally updated to, you know, was able to hook a PS3 up finally with internet, and so let's see, we're gonna get more stuff. Yeah. We're going to do more coin pushing? Are we? Come on, man. Yeah, more coin pushing. You people are at home, like, say stop. It's so boring. I know, but you need to understand the ASMR of it. Don't worry, I'll talk about other things, but yeah, like my brain sees the coin, it goes like that, and then it sees it push against the other coins, sees the coins fall over, and there's something kind of like satisfying. It's kind of relaxing to me. And the thing is I'm like recording this too, so it's like I'm sharing my weirdness with you. It's a very personal weirdness, very personal. But yeah, I don't know. I was starting to show off that way. I finally like I gotta address this. I'm actually copying that one YouTuber, that happy console gamer. I haven't watched him in a long time. Like he doesn't really bring out much content that interests me nowadays. But there was a little while where he was bringing out a lot of good videos just on like the past and stuff. I think he may have done videos where he used to go to retro stores. I think I'm thinking of someone else. But yeah, the 2000s was sort of a weird time period. Like finally got a 360, and only for like the system to I finally stopped playing the coin pusher game. Well, that's a miracle. I'll take my crayon, sir. The snake is just leaning on that little R2D2 robot with the lady's hat. That's funny. She doesn't even seem even concerned about that. She's like, yeah, you can take your snake when you want to. Very nice looking amusement park. Basically using like Unity graphics, and Unity's the same type of graphics behind like the Half-Life games, and a lot of Valve games. And so it's good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. And excuse me. Yeah, we're gonna play some bumper cars. Good old bumper cars, just boop, 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 boop. Seizure. Here, I gave you a seizure. Here's 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 a seizure. Caesar. Okay, and it's kind of mindless fun. It's basically probably back in the day, it was probably the only way to really cause a lot of aggression and anger, and allow kids to really sort of beat the snot out of each other without like causing a lot of pain. But of course, it's still gonna probably. I never did a bumper cars before in my life. My dad just didn't. I don't know why. Probably because he was worried I would be just crazy, which is probably true. But it's probably there was a lot of things like that where they were trying to find ways to allow kids to just beat the shit out of beat the snot. Isn't it sad nowadays? Like back in the edgelord days, you could just say as many F words and whatever. Now the little algo bot goes nuts. I don't care. This is the Saturn Grod channel. If we want to say fucking shit, we say that. We just don't say as much because I just don't say it as much. I kind of moved on from a lot of that raw aggression. But back in the days with kids, I think they were always trying to find ways to. Dodgeball was always the thing that made me kind of go, well. How is this a better, safer solution? Just letting kids like push each other, because you can like really fuck someone up with those balls, man. I know someone would laugh, but oh no, you could break someone's nose. Where if if you're just doing some Greco-Roman wrestling, wouldn't that be actually a little more controlled? Instead of Dodgeball, I never understood. It's just well, no. I'll be honest about it. Dodgeball to me, and the evolution of my life is this: when you're in like second grade, first grade, third grade, dodgeball's fun because kids can't really throw really hard. You know, their arms are kind of rubbery. By junior high, it starts to hurt because kids learn how to really whale those balls at. And we're out of time.